that A combined with a Y. So A-Y is how you spell the A sound at the end of words. So I'm going to put that in the chat. A-Y says the long A sound, A, at the end of words, like stay, hey, may. It can also be in longer words, today, Monday, hooray. So when you hear A, this is important to know for spelling, so tune in here for just a second. If you hear A at the end of a word, don't spell it with just an A. That would say Spell it with an A-Y. So one more time, when you hear A at the end of a word, when it's the very last sound, like stay, hey, may, today, Monday, hooray, when you hear A at the end, spell it A-Y. And that's what we're going to be working on today. All right, so let me check the chat. Where can I get the lessons video if I'm not able to attend class? Yeah, no problem. The recording for every lesson is tucked right inside your module for you. My wonderful manager Tanya does all of that, and she is flying about. She has like a 40-hour flight today and tomorrow and the next day. So today's recording might be a little bit late getting into that module, but it'll get there. Be patient with her if you wouldn't mind. But yeah, usually that recording link for each class will be in the date of the module of that class. All right, so let me share my screen here. So let's practice. Our first one together is yime. Yime. We have y, I, m, a. Dotting those vowels. Consonants. Y. There's that consonant Y sound. Y. I, m, a. Vowels. I. I want this to say I. My most common spelling that I always try first is I. Can I say I there? No, it cannot, because if a vowel has another vowel in the next one or two spots, it forces that vowel to say its name, which would be I. I don't want it to say I want it to say I. I is a short vowel sound. Short vowel sounds require two consonants after them. If there's not two, we make two. Now that I is nice and happy in that spot, and it can say I just fine. And when you hear A at the end, spell it A-Y. That's our spelling pattern for the day. Just for fun, if you were here in a month, what would that word say? Like if you didn't attend class today and you didn't learn this and you thought that this was how you spelled yime, what would it really spell? What does A at the end say? If you don't know, A at the end says Always. That's another one of those always rules. A at the end says So this word would then say yima, yima. So if you hear A at the end, don't spell it with just a single A. You must spell it with an AY. Yime. Okay? Your word, and let me just do one more check here just to set you up for success. If that word had only one M in it, what would it say? This says something different than this because of the number of M's there. Now this I has a vowel in the next one or two spots right there, so it can say its name. It would have to say its name. That would say yaime, yaime. If you want this to say I, then you need to squeeze another M in there so that there's two consonants after it, just like we did. So keep that in mind when you make your word. Your word is vibe, vibe, v-i-b-a, vibe. And then put your answer in the chat after you've had a chance to spell it. Vibe. Good, Lily. Vibe. Nice, Fatima. Good. Yeah, they're such fast learners. Do you know how fast you learn? It's like, I wish somebody would have just taught you this stuff a long time ago because you pick it up so fast. So that first sound, if you can't hear it, is a V. If my mic isn't very clear in pronouncing that and having that sound come across. Vibe. Okay, so our consonants are v, I, b, a. Vowels, I. In order for that to say I, it requires two consonants after it. If there's not two, make two. Now it can say I just fine. A at the end is spelled A-Y. Vibe. Number 2. Tishbe. Together. Tishbe. T-I-sh-b-a. Consonants. T-I-sh-b-a. Vowels. I. Can I spell I here? That's the first letter that we attempt. There's actually a couple ways to spell I, but we always try the most common first, which is I. Can that say I there? Yeah, because that vowel is too far away. It has to be in the next 1 or 2 spots. So yeah, he's fine saying I right there. And for the A at the end, we spell it A-Y. That's our new reading pattern for the day. Spelling pattern. Okay, your word is shipte. Shipte. Sh-I-p-t-a. Shipte. Go ahead. Take your time. Shipte. Go ahead and put it in the chat when you're done. I like Y month too. Shipte. Shipte. Yeah, that first sound is an SH in case that's not coming through on the mic very well. Shipte. Good. Shipte. All right, so consonants. We have sh, and notice that each one of those letters is on one line. Both of those letters, I should say, are on one line because the lines represent sounds, not letters. And SH represents one sound. Okay? Sh, I, p, t, a. Vowels. Can this I say I here? Yes, because there's 1, 2 consonants after it, so it's perfect. A at the end is spelled A-Y. Shipte. Okay, look at all those correct spellings. And if you were just 1 letter off, that's pretty darn close. That's still very, very good. Good. Okay, number 3. Let's do this one together. By May. We have B, I, M, A consonants. B, I, M, A vowels. I. Can I say I there? Yes, because there's a vowel 1 or 2 doors away. So it's fine. We don't have to double the M. We don't have to do anything. It's perfect. A at the end is spelled A-Y. Now just for fun, what would that have said with 2 M's? Now that I has 2 consonants after it, which makes it short, and now it would say bime, bime. But with 1 M, now it's long, and it says bime, because that vowel has another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. This AY is considered a vowel team, okay? So we consider that. A vowel is a sound. It's not a letter, it's a sound. A vowel is a sound that is not stopped by your tongue or your lips or your teeth. It's just a continuous sound. So this is a vowel, isn't it? It's not a letter, it's a sound, okay? Your word is my pay. My pay. M-I-P-A. My pay. My pay. Take your time. Put it in the chat when you can or in the Q&A. My goodness, you guys are fast. My pay. This, in case you can't hear, is a P. My pay. Nice, Daryl. Good, Fiesel. Okay, my pay. Consonants. M, I, P, A. Vowels. I want this I to say I. Can it here? Yes, because there's a vowel 1 or 2 doors away. Nothing else has to be done. A at the end is spelled A-Y. You're getting that, aren't you? Are you glad you came to class today? I am, because now that is in your brain forever to know that to spell A at the end, you use an A-Y. Because you made the sacrifice and the commitment to come to class today, now that knowledge is in your brain forever. And that one's kind of an easy one to recall when you need it. Especially if you're here, if you come to class a lot, because A at the end says we're gonna revisit that a lot. And AY at the end says A. That's how you spell the A sound. So congrats on your new knowledge. Okay, let's kick it up a little bit of a notch. So far. All right, so somebody's saying so far U is the hardest lesson until now. I feel like I didn't catch it all. Yeah, U is a hard month, but Y is a lot more friendly. It just follows the rules. So this one, let's do together. This is a bit of a longer word. It's yipibe. Yipibe. Y-I-P-I-B-A. We know it's a 3-syllable word because there are 3 vowels, sounds that don't touch. Consonants. Y, I, P, I, B, A. Oh, I want this to say yipible. That's right. I want an L right here. Yipible. Okay. Vowel sounds. I. Can this say I here? Not yet, because there needs to be 2 consonants after it. If there's not 2, make 2. Now it's nice and happy and comfortable in that spot saying I. I. Can this I say I here? Yes, because there are already 2 consonants after it. And if you were here for I month, you know that it doesn't even need 2 consonants after it if it's in the middle syllable. And then A at the end of a longer word is spelled A-Y. Your word, without me, is yitipray. Yitipray. Y, I, T, I, P, A. Go for it. Yitipray. Yitipray. Yeah, good job, Lily. Nice, Sarah. Good, Rowan. Good, Layla. Yeah. Yitipray. Good, Hazel. You guys are Fatima. Wonderful. My goodness. I thought this one was going to be a little more on the challenging side, but not for you guys. Good, Daryl. Good, Anne-Marie. Nice, Joseph. Good job. I don't even need to put the correct spelling in the chat here because you guys all got it. So consonants are y, I, T, I, P, A. Vowels, I. You knew that this needed 2 consonants after it for that to say I. Same with this one. It already has 2 consonants, so it's just fine. A at the end is spelled A-Y. You must feel so good about yourself. You've never seen that word before in your life, and you didn't have to study it beforehand. You didn't even have to look at it beforehand. You didn't have to write it 5 times each. You didn't have to try to memorize it, how to spell it. You didn't have to write it in a sentence, use it in a definition. All of those techniques that we were taught when we were in school to try to memorize how to spell it. You didn't even have to see it to be able to spell it correctly. You knew how. That is what we're doing here. I'm teaching you how to spell using nonsense words so that you can spell any word. You're not learning how to spell words. You're learning how to spell so you can spell any word. Proof is right here. You have never seen that word before because I made it up, and you didn't have to study it. You didn't even need to look at it. You didn't even need to glance at it, and you spelled it correctly. My friends, that is remarkable. Congratulations. Last one. Chibe. Chibe. Ch-I-B-A. Chaibe. Try it and put that one in the chat for me. Chaibe. There you go. Yeah. Good. So I wanted to make sure that you knew how many B's were in the middle there, and you're getting it. Oh my goodness. You guys, you blow me away. You never cease to amaze me. Every single person. Holy cow. Wow, yes. Chaibe. Ch-I-B-A. One I says I just fine right here because there's a vowel in the next one or two spots. A at the end is spelled A-Y. Are you as excited and ecstatic about your progress today as I am? I'm speechless. I don't even know how to express how excited I am about what you're learning. And yeah, you should feel good today, Fatima. I'm so impressed by you. Congratulations, my friends. You're amazing. I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a wonderful night. Bye, everybody.